Hey y'all, I'm Vanessa. Welcome to my channel. Today we're doing a review of the NYX Ultimate Edit Petite Palette in Warm Neutrals. I am going to do a tutorial. We're going to find out if we like this together. This is the look. And I also used the Epic ink liner and I tried that out for the first time. So I initially wanted to get, I believe it was called the Phoenix palette, little one like this. But I actually got this in store, and to be honest, when I seen the shades, they don't look the same in store as they do online. There's only two matte shades in the whole palette. One was like a muted kind of red, and one was like a deeper purple, I believe. And I personally cannot do a full look with two mattes. I swatched the reddish color was just chalky and blah. So I got the warm neutrals because I know a lot of people do gravitate towards these colors. I mean, these are everyday kind of colors. So if you guys want to see what I think about this palette and how to get this look, then let's just go ahead and get into it. Okay, and let's do this. So I'm going in with all my normal brushes, and I'm gonna go in with these two mattes at least, and more than likely this guy too, but that's what we're doing. And this is my Morphe M535. Normally I have this eye already done, but we're doing this eye first. Let's hope that it works out because my makeup is done. So I'm just putting this in our upper crease area. There's not a whole lot of pigmentation, but we're getting there. It is buildable. And I've started bringing this up here a little bit more. I have a really distinct line, I guess, from my bone here. And in videos, it's really, really prominent. So I've been bringing it up a bit more, but then just kind of rounding it out so we're not, you know, touching the brow. We're kind of leaving a space, but here it's definitely closer to our brow. So fingers crossed that this works nicely, because it'll be one NYX palette that I like, because I'm not a huge fan of NYX eyeshadows. And I don't know why. Like, it's the price point. They're pretty expensive, and for that price point, I want it to be as good as Milani eyeshadows or just, you know, really good drugstore shadows. So we will see. All right, I'm going to switch brushes now. We're going to go in with that even darker shade, and I put a good bit on my brush, and we're going to take this right into our crease. And then circular motions and start blending this out. I work on this edge over here and try to get this blended out. Oh, and that was the Morphe M433. This is the M513. I'm going to take the darker shade right here, and it is like 65 degrees outside here in Kentucky today, but it has gotten absurdly windy. So if you guys can hear that, I am so sorry. All right, we're gonna put this right on our outer corner. It's not pigmented like I'm used to. That's okay, we will keep building and building. Now we're getting a little better payoff here. Like, it's not great, but it's not bad. You need to build them up a little more than I'm used to, for sure. And while we're at it, I'm going to take the M433 and go in with those first two shades and put those on our lower lash line. Just no real technique here, just kind of tossing it underneath and connecting it right to the outer edge there. What I think sucks a little bit is the only two shimmer shades you have. One is like a pinkier color and the other looks more bronzy. I wish they had put a gold in here, but let's swatch these. All right, here, let me set this down. Here are our two colors. And there are swatches. And they're not really super metallic. And this one is more of just a satin shade. I had to build it up so you guys could see it, but it's really just a satiny color. It's kind of like a pinky orange. I mean, it's super pretty. It's just not pigmented enough. It's not metallic enough, but we're gonna try it. I'm gonna put this on the lid first. I'm gonna use my finger. Yeah. It's just, there's not much there. Let me try with a brush. So it definitely works better with a brush. Like, I'm pretty shocked about that. Normally, I like my finger better. So I'm gonna take the brush and go in with the deeper shade. Ew. All right, let's wet our brush. And I've got a good bit here on the brush. All right, I'm gonna go back in with the pinky orange shade. Like the swatches, you would think that the bronze kind of copper color would be better, but on the eyes, it is not. So this is what we've got. I got the new NYX, well, sorry, this is not new. It's new to me. I got the Epic ink liner. I know tons and tons of people talk about this, and like my favorite liners are like Tattoo Liner and the Physicians Formula one and It Cosmetics Superhero. Long story short, I like a brush tip. So I may actually use this and throw it on as well. And then we'll talk about final thoughts and all that when I get back. Okay guys, and this is our finished look. I think it looks really good. I like the way that it turned out. I really like this liner. It took me no time, but the one thing that I will say about it is the brush tip isn't as precise and doesn't taper as much as my favorite liners. I will continue to use this because I have it, and it is pretty good. Is it the easiest to work with that I can find? No, absolutely not. But it does work, especially if you're familiar with brush tips. This one's pretty easy to work with. And then I threw on Eyelure 117 lashes, and on my lips is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Lip Shine in 20. It's pretty well a clear gloss. So nothing big there. But anyway, so this palette, it's $7. It did work. So for that, I would recommend it. But here's the key. The shades are buildable. They're not super duper pigmented, which can be really good for a lot of people, especially if you are a beginner. You can build it up, do it how you want. It's not just boom in your face pigment, but they're not, I don't know how to say it. Like, they're not a Milani palette. Like, I love those palettes, super good palettes. But I mean, it's $7. You're not getting clearly, you know, a whole lot of shades. It's a tiny palette. But the only thing for me is kind of this shade here is pretty well useless. Maybe fair skin tones can use that as a transition, but it's too dark to be a brow bone highlight or inner corner highlight. So that shade's kind of useless. And then they just don't have metallic shades. Like, they're just blah. They're just okay. And I mean, the mattes worked, buildable. So if you guys like the colors, then get it. Like I said at the intro, I wanted the other palette, but the two mattes in there was no way I could make a complete look with those two mattes. So if you like the colors, this little palette will work, but you're not going to get a whole lot of shine from the two shimmer shades. It's not metallic. So I hope this was informative. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.